back through a town that still smelled like dust, sweat, and old gossip that never learned how to die. Same rusty sign on Main Street, same worn down chapel, same folks sitting outside like time owed them something. I saw a few faces I used to chase approval from, faces that once told me who I was and who I wasn't allowed to become. One of them gave me that half grin, not friendly, just sharp enough to cut. He said, don't get ahead of yourself, boy, we know who you are. My blood went quiet, not angry, just awake. I gripped the cross pendant hanging under my shirt, felt the cold metal like truth against bone, and I breathed out slow. No, you know who I used to be. I ain't the man you knew back then. I buried him and walked away. Every scar you think defines me became the steel I forged today. If all you see is my old reflection, then you ain't looking close enough, 'cause I ain't who I was, and I ain't done becoming who I will be. Later that night I stood behind my childhood house, behind the shed where I once had dreams, because wanting more felt like sin. I reached into my pocket and pulled out an old photograph, me small-eyed and scared, masked as good but hollow as an empty whiskey bottle. I struck a match, held it steady, watched flame shoot through the past like something hungry and overdue. And when the ashes fell, I whispered to the dark, stop trying to resurrect what I've already killed. Something inside me answered, steady, unforgiving, holy in its grit. It said live forward, not backward. And I finally listened. No, I ain't the man you remember, that version burned and broken, faded. I carved a new name out of pain and prayer, and I ain't here to be underrated. So if my rise feels strange to you, that's just the sound of limits dying. One day when my name echoes wide, your silence won't be doubt, it'll be bowing. Not everyone from your past earns a place in your future. And that night, I finally stopped asking permission to walk into mine. There was a time I called it safety, steady paycheck, quiet weekends, familiar streets. Folks said I had it figured out, but my spirit, hell, it felt like leather left in rain too long, soft, so shapeless. One evening I came home, stared at the walls I built around my own damn life. Comfort didn't look warm, it looked padded like a cell someone decorated so I wouldn't notice the lock. And under my breath, I admitted I ain't tired, I'm trapped. My hands clenched like I was holding a secret I'd carried too long. And the air got thin, not because of fear, but because the truth finally had room to breathe. So I everything I clung to on the table. Expectations from family, polite regrets. Every maybe one day I fed myself like cheap medicine. I pulled out a pocket knife, same one my father gave me when he told me, son, don't ever let fear speak for you. Blade a rope metaphor, night I sliced through the invisible leash that made me ask permission to exist. And in the quiet that followed, I felt something ancient wake up in my ribs. Something wild, something holy, something that wasn't asking anymore. I whispered to the mirror, low and steady, I wasn't put here to be safe, I was put here to be alive. Then I walked away, not fast, not frantic, just certain. Don't trap a man, his comfort does. And that night I chose wings over walls. It happened near sundown, sky turning rust and bone. The wind carried the dry desert smell of things overthrown. He stood in a small room with a busted window frame, dust dancing in the light like ghosts whispering his name. Insults taped to a cracked mirror glass, every word reminding him of failure's past. Someone once called him broken, someone said he'd never rise, and he'd been carrying those voices like vultures in his mind. He pressed his hand to the mirror, felt the cold bite back, and he muttered, I ain't a prisoner of who I used to be. That's just dead weight on my back. There was a silver cross hanging crooked on the wall, string frayed thin like it held too much fall. He stared at it long and whispered slow, if redemption's real, then show me I still got somewhere to go. Silence hit the room, sharp as a drawn knife. Like breaking a throne, glass fell like crowns from a king overthrown. No prayer, no apology, no shaking his breath, just a man killing the version of himself he left. He let that old reflection bleed out on the floor, kicked aside the ashes, he didn't worship anymore. If tomorrow finds him, it'll find someone new, not a ghost of regrets with nothing left to prove. He picked up one shot, sharp enough to hurt, saw a younger version of himself buried deep under dirt. Eyes afraid, voice small, faith thin like air. A boy begging the world to be gentle and fair. He held that shawl to the light, jaw set hard and steady, and said, I ain't wearing pain like jewelry, I've been ready. Then he tossed it in a box with an old ring, a dried rose and a note from a love that never meant a thing. Those relics weren't memories, they were anchors made of fear. He tied that box hit, he whispered one last line to the dying light. Some things ain't meant to follow you in the night. And he buried that box beneath the blood-red sky. Coyote howling like it knew something finally died. No tears, no doubt, just dust and a vow. No king, no crown, just who he is now. He shattered that mirror and the boy inside fell, leaving a man walking clean out of his own hell. If someone asks who he used to be, he'll give a slow grin and say, that man's gone and good riddance. Sun hang low like a dying ember, sky bleeding rust across the range. Old red church looking tired and crooked, like it's seen too many names change. I'm standing where I broke before, right by that rust-bit arena gate. Boots on the dirt where I backed away once, left my pride in the hands of fate. Ain't no crowd, but I still hear echoes, ghosts sitting up where the benches lean. Every laugh I ran from years ago still cut sharp like barbed wire mean. Heart kick hard like a stallion cornered, breath rough but my hands don't shake. Left fist holding this battered flask, right fist holding what I used to break. I mutter to the silence like it's some old rival leaning on the door. If I'm scared, fear can walk beside me. I ain't running no more. I stood in the fire and it didn't burn me down. It crawled up my boots, kissed my shame, turned my past into a crown. Smoke filled my lungs, but I still drew breath and learned. I ain't dodging flames tonight, I'm the match that burned. If this world wants a man who kneels, they'll have to wait their turn. 'Cause I walk through hell with my eyes wide open, and the fire just watch me learn. Right around a battered cross. Over slants like a wounded preacher, carrying every soul it lost. Got a Bible with torn out pages, got a pistol missing half its rounds. Got a locket from a wild-eyed woman who left her storm in a one-horse town. Her name still hits like whiskey lightning, sweet and wicked on my tongue. She once whispered you were built for fire before she burned and run. Flint sparks twice, then the ground wakes up, blue flame crawling like a living sin. Wind starts moaning like a courtroom choir, judging every breath I'm in. Oh, devil leans out from the churchyard shadow, drawling, boy, you sure you're safe? I grin, cut my palm on purpose, let the blood bless the fire I gave. I tell him, you ain't my judge, you're just noise wearing borrowed bones. Then I walk when the heat hits metal, boots first, then heart, then soul, then bones. I stand in the fire and it won't burn me clean. It just marks my skin with every sin and every place I've been. Flames reach high, but I hold that cross and turn. I ain't begging for redemption soft, I'm the coal that learned to burn. If my God is watching through the smoke, he knows it's finally my turn. Ooh, to stop being the man who runs from pain and become the man who burns. So if someday you see me walking through the blade with a crooked grin and heat in my gaze, remember, I didn't wait for light to save me. I walked straight into the fire, and the fire chose to stay. And the fire chose to stay. Late October, sky turning whiskey gold and bruised, sun sinking slow like even God was done with excuses. Cicadas quit singing, wind smelled heavy like rain, and that old wooden house echoed every thought in my brain. Three wrinkled plans on the table beside my coat, 3 damn years wasted out holding the boat. My reflection in the window looked more tired than old, like a man who traded backbone for things he was told. I lit a match, let it burn down just above my head, and I muttered, ain't the world in my way, I just never took a stand. Silence hit hard, like a sermon said plain. No choir, no mercy, just truth in my shell. There's an old leather journal gathering dust by the frame, my name carved deep like a brand like blame. I flip one page and whisper through my teeth, boy, you ain't weak, you just been asleep. Glass of orange light slipped through that half-broken door, and I knew if I stayed the same, I wouldn't be living no If sunrise finds me, it better find a man, not a ghost with a story and empty hands. Said she loved my fire, said my wild dreams pulled her higher and higher. But every time she asked when you're gonna start, I hand her pretty lies and a coward's heart. She left a note on the fridge, dreams die when patience does. And damn, that line hit harder than any bullet ever was. I folded that note and put it in my vest, right next to the cross hanging cold on my chest. Not to mourn her, but to mark the cost of every battle I refused, cause I feared being lost. The shovel leaned against the fence like it knew, and the dirt smelled on its raw, dark and true. I said to the empty yard, no more waiting, no more fear. Even the damn wind stepped back to hear. So I laid those weak words down in the ground,